This is the War Brief Daily for April 4th, 2026, covering the Russia-Ukraine theater. Tonight, we are tracking 4 updates: a confirmed missile and drone strike on Ukraine's Zhytomyr region, a major Russian drone salvo that triggered power outages across 7 oblasts, Ukrainian deep strikes reaching 1,400 kilometers inside Russian territory, and the latest frontline picture across Donetsk and Zaporizhzhia, plus a senior Russian general confirmed killed. First, Russia struck Ukraine's Zhytomyr region with a combined missile and drone attack today. This is confirmed by Euronews and Ukrainian officials. At least 1 person was killed and 10 were injured. Dozens of residential buildings and public infrastructure sustained damage. Zhytomyr sits in northwestern Ukraine, well behind the front line. This is deliberate targeting of civilian and administrative infrastructure far from active combat. Full battle damage assessment is still ongoing. Second, overnight on April 1 to 2, Russia launched 172 drones against Ukraine, Shahed, Gerbera, and Italmas variants. The Ukrainian Air Force confirmed 147 were downed. That is an 85% intercept rate. 22 drones successfully struck 12 locations. Here is what that 85% actually cost. A Patriot intercept missile runs $3 to $4 million. Russia's Shaheds cost between $20,000 and $50,000 each. Ukraine likely spent more money intercepting this wave than Russia spent launching it. That is the economic logic behind the salvo strategy, and why an 85% success rate deserves a second look. The 22 that got through hit energy nodes in Chernihiv, Kharkiv, and Odessa Oblast. State energy operator Ukrenergo confirmed power outages across 7 oblasts on the morning of April 2. Kharkiv, Sumy, Donetsk, Dnipropetrovsk, Zaporizhzhia, Cherkasy, and Odessa. That is coordinated infrastructure disruption across a territory roughly the size of Germany, achieved with 22 drones. Third, Ukraine struck deep. Inside Russia, Ukrainian drones hit near the Bashneft Novoil oil refinery in Ufa, approximately 1,400 kilometers from Ukrainian territory, placing it among the deepest confirmed drone strikes of this war. The targeted component is the AVT-5 unit, an atmospheric vacuum distillation column, a critical choke point whose disruption cascades across the entire refinery's output. Multiple geolocated videos confirm fires. Russia's regional governor acknowledged that debris fell in the industrial zone. In occupied Crimea, Ukrainian Unmanned Systems Forces Commander Major Brovdy confirmed strikes on a Russian AN-72P transport aircraft, an Orion drone production facility, and a P-37 mobile radar station near Krasnosilske. All 3 corroborated by geolocated footage. This is confirmed. Fourth, the front line. In the Sloviansk direction, Ukrainian forces advanced southeast of Stavki and north of Riznikivka, geolocated and confirmed. Russian forces made a motorized advance southwest of Nadia near Borova, also confirmed. Near Kostiantynivka in the Donetsk fortress belt, Ukrainian forces advanced in the city center and at Ivanopilya to the south. Across Kupiansk, Pokrovsk, Novopavlivka, and Zaporizhzhia Oblast, Russia conducted offensive operations but achieved no confirmed significant territorial gains. One item flagged as emerging and single source. A Russian mill blogger reports that Moscow has repositioned additional reserves and Yolka interceptor drones to the 58th Combined Arms Army's area in western Zaporizhzhia, anticipating a Ukrainian push. Treat that as unconfirmed until corroborated. On a confirmed note, Russian Northern Fleet Lieutenant General Alexander Otroshchenko was killed in an AN-26 transport crash in occupied Crimea on March 31st, confirmed by both BBC Russia and TASS. He commanded the Northern Fleet's Mixed Aviation Corps and is the 14th Russian general officer killed since the full-scale invasion began in February 2022. For scale, Russia lost only a handful of general-rank officers across the entire decade-long Soviet-Afghan war. Here's what to watch next. Monitor the full battle damage assessment from Zhytomyr as it develops. Track whether Ukraine confirms additional hits at the Ufa refinery. Watch for any Kremlin response to President Zelensky's Easter ceasefire proposal. He raised it directly with US and NATO officials this week, but ISW assesses Russian acceptance as highly unlikely. And follow Ukrainian deep strike activity against Russian energy infrastructure. Kyiv has signaled this campaign is expanding. Those are your key updates for April 4th, 2026. This is the War Brief Daily.